siya po ay wanted sa kanyang bansa, sa China, for running illegal online gambling operations. Ayon sa Intel reports tungkol sa kanya, he continued running underground Pogo-style scam enterprises here kahit na banned na ang Pogo sa ating bansa. Ayon pa sa ating informants, siya ang leader ng Baccarat Boys o mga puganteng nag-ooperate ng illegal online gambling sites. Ang kanyang dalawang kasamahan ay nahuli na din ng ating mga otoridad. Pero wala pang 24 oras matapos ang kanyang pag-aresto, itong si Lin ay di umanong nakakuha ng proteksyon mula sa pag-file ng asylum. Ang kanyang abogado di umano ay sumulat sa Refugee and Stateless Persons Protection Unit, RSPPU, noong December 4 para i-express ang intensyon ng kanyang kliyente na mag-apply ng asylum. Apparently, this was enough to prevent his deportation. Ito ang ginawang dahilan kung bakit hindi na proseso ang kanyang deportation. Isang araw lang, Mr. President. Isang araw. Nagpanggap siyang nangangailangan ng pagkupkop ng Pilipinas at kaya tinuring umano na biktima ng political persecution sa China. I have further evidence to prove that this is not an isolated loophole. This is an insidious pattern, a modus, a deliberate exploitation of our asylum system. There are enough examples that should give rise to alarm. These have been corroborated by many sources, and I have a high level of confidence in this information. I have redacted some information as I understand that despite these glaring red flags, there remains a need to uphold the protections assured in this process for the sake of future genuine applicants. A certain Miss Wang, accused of embezzling 97 million RMB in 2017, tumakas dito noong 2018 and then was arrested here in 2022 on an Interpol red notice. She was soon after released because she obtained refugee status. May dalawa siyang passport, Chinese at Antigua and Barbuda. She applied for refugee status on January 23 and received it in April 2023, or just 3 months after. A certain Mr. Yin, illegal casino operator, blacklisted and arrested in August 2024, released because he obtained refugee status in September 2024. I want to highlight this case. August 2024 ang application ng kanyang asylum. September 2024 ito ginawad. 1 buwan lang. A certain Mr. Tang, Hong Kong citizen, organized illegal gambling in the Philippines, wanted by Chinese authorities and with an Interpol red notice. Again, released because he obtained refugee status in August 2024. A certain Mr. Ren, illegal online gambling operator, also arrested on an Interpol red notice. Mahuhulaan nyo na po siguro, sasabihin ko next. Released January 2025 because he obtained refugee status. And now, Lin Xiangqian, arrested December 2, 2025, and deportation blocked because he immediately filed for refugee status. These cases have 3 common features. Una, they are all fugitives wanted for non-political, non-religious crimes. Pangalawa, they all operate in illegal gambling, Pogo-style criminal enterprises, or underground digital casinos, activities that have long victimized Filipino communities. Pangatlo, they all seek asylum the moment they are arrested in the Philippines. Ang sabi pa nga, ang claim nila ay sila ay Falun Gong members. Under the 1951 Convention and DOJ Department Circular Number 024, Series of 2022, a refugee is someone who fears persecution due to race, religion, nationality, membership in a social group, or political opinion, not someone escaping fraud charges, casino operations, or illegal gambling syndicates. Refugee protection does not apply to a person who has committed a serious non-political crime and who presents a real danger of inflicting the same harm on our people. Pag ikaw nga naman ay tinuring na refugee, you enjoy safe harbor in the country that gave you refugee status. Pwede kang maglabas-masok. You are protected from the alleged persecution that gave rise to your claim for asylum. Mataas and universal ang mga pribilehiyo dahil kinikilala natin bilang sanlibutan ang hirap at pasakit na dinaranas ng mga biktima ng political persecution, mga inaapi ng isang marahas na estado. This raises a basic question. How are individuals wanted for non-political crimes able to pass through our asylum process so easily and so consistently? How are Interpol Red Notice fugitives able to avail of the protections reserved for the vulnerable peoples of the world? The pattern suggests either a serious failure in our screening mechanism or deliberate facilitation, whether through neglect, influence, or corruption. Ganito po ang form na kailangang sagutin ng mga aplikante para maging refugee. Papakita po namin yung form. What is happening here? Are we taking applicants' declarations at face value in forms that are not made under oath? Or are they declaring truthfully and we are ignoring the rules? Kapabayaan ba o katiwalian? Why am I more inclined to believe that something fishy is happening? Well, Mr. President, nung ako po'y nagtanong sa DOJ budget hearing, ang sabi sa akin ay 1 year hanggang 2 years ang average time ng pag-process ng refugee application. Pero itong mga ito, halos 2 months lang. Si Mr. Yin, 1 month lang. Ang nakakakaba pa, most of these bad actors are still in the Philippines, free to continue criminal activities while enjoying the mantle of protection of our refugee system. Who dropped the ball here? Ang DOJ RSPPU na nagpoproseso at nagbibigay ng asylum? Ang BI na may mandato ng paghuli ng mga violators ng ating immigration laws at mag-deport? O may iba pa bang ahensya? I thank the Bureau of Immigration and the DOJ, Mr. President, for their readiness to provide information on these general processes to my staff. But I believe they would agree with me that some questions need to be answered. When a fugitive can file for asylum 1 day after arrest and effectively block deportation, the system is no longer functioning as intended. When multiple refugees from the same criminal sectors, illegal casinos, POGO-linked activities, underground gambling syndicates, all receive refugee protection, the issue stops becoming about a non-functioning system. It becomes about a system protecting criminals and compromising public safety. Mr. President, sa susunod po na linggo, didinigin po ng Subcommittee on Justice and Human Rights ang kaso ni Joseph C. at ang samut-saring mga paraan na ginagamit ng mga masasamang loob na dayuhan ang sistema at mekanismo ng ating gobyerno para hindi sila managot sa batas at magpatuloy ang kanilang masamang ginagawa. I have asked for this privileged speech to be referred to the same subcommittee para mahimay po ng mabuti ang mga magkakadikit-dikit na mga usaping ito. Marami pong salamat, Mr. President.
Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, I move that the speech of the lady Senator Risa Ontiveros be referred to the Committee on Justice and Human Rights.
Hearing no objection, so referred.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, with the permission of the body, I move that we resume consideration on Senate Bill number 604 under Committee Report number 20. This is the national amendments to the National Commission on Muslim Filipinos Act. I so move, Mr. President.
Any objection? Hearing none, consideration of Senate Bill 604 is in order.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, there are no members who wish to interpolate the measure. Most of the interpolation was done earlier inside the lounge, and they no longer wanted to be listed as interpolators. I move to close the period of interpolation, Mr. President.
Any objection? Hearing none, period of interpolation is closed.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, no member wishes as well to, or may move rather to open the period of amendments. I so move.
Any objection? Hearing none, committee, period of amendments is open.
I just ask for the record, the sponsor, Senator Robin Hood Padilla, if there are any amendments, either individual or committee. He's saying that there are no committee amendments, Mr. President, or individual. So
There
therefore,
are
we
no
move to
committee
close.
amendments.
Yes, Mr. President.
Period of committee amendments is closed.
And period of individual amendments as well, Mr.
There
President.
are no period, there are no amendments. Period of individual amendments is closed.
Thank you. And for the record, Mr. President, this is a measure we passed in the last Congress, in the 19th Congress. I believe we supported this measure as well. So he just refiled, and hopefully he'll get the support that he needs in the lower house for this measure. With that, Mr. President, I move to approve on second reading Senate Bill number 604 under Committee Report number 20. I so move.
Any objection? Hearing none. Senate Bill 604 under Committee Report number 20 is approved on second reading.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that we suspend consideration of the measure.
Consideration of the measure is suspended.
I ask for a minute suspension, Mr. President.
Session suspended.